Drift car prep. Got the truck all loaded up, got the boys loading up the truck, got ice, drinks, everything. Hey, we're ready to go camping right now. So we're headed to our camping spot. We'll be there in about 2 hours. I think we finally made it out here. Got this thing packed up to the T. We got shit in the drift car and then everything in the back. A nice little barbecue and a little tri-tip. Get everything set up and then I'll show you guys the setup.
Those are pretty cool, huh?
Got the corn of the cob on the grill.
So what's the shovel for?
Open fire tri-tip and some beans. Oops. Got the 10-12 person tent. Got the car battery out of the drift car. Powered up the inverter. Aired up the air mattresses. There we're Gucci. 10-12 person tent. Everybody's got air mattress. There we're Gucci. You can stand this damn thing. It's nice. Alright.
Got it?
It's like slippery.
Huh? How are the tires?
I don't know, they're really loose. Right here, already. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, I can see that. So, got a little issue. Went off track and felt the clutch pedal start to be a little bit squishy toward the floor, so jacked it up. Also the dipstick tube came undone a little bit, so I was squirting oil a little bit underneath the car, and then noticed that the clutch line from the slave to the master has a little nick in it, so trying to see what we can do to get that repaired, you know, for the time being. But yeah, got done at practice. Well, I don't know if we're gonna go out there and practice anymore, but trying to get this thing going. I did a decent amount of runs lead and felt okay. I did one run chase and it was a little sloppy, so I need to get more practice at that, but see what we can do. So we got the car back from the weekend for my first ever competition with the Ultimate Drift competition, and well, it didn't really go as planned. Kind of ended before it started, and I'll tell you why. So as you saw in the previous clips, I was feeling the clutch and it was feeling a little weird to me. Even pulling it off the trailer felt different. Felt like it was like pushed down, kind of like before we got the clutch change and the slave and the master all changed out, and I was like, well, that's just kind of weird. So I was able to pump it back up and it felt fine. And then one of the runs I kind of went off a little bit on the last turn, and then I started to leak oil, and then we found that, and then cleaned that up, but there's still a spot underneath the car, and then found out it's coming from the clutch line. So looked at that, tried to, you know, band-aid it as best as possible, and that did not work. It was like 10 minutes before my first run, and we limped the car out there, you know, kind of just rolled it there pretty much to the starting line, and I was just picking up the clutch, slamming it back down, trying to build pressure before we started, because that was the chase, the first round, and then I was trying to get it pumped up, and could not do it, so had to shut it down and start the car in first gear and get it back to the pit to see what we can do, at least for like the second heat or whatnot. But pretty much, so this came straight from the slave, and it came just out like this. So we put some what do you call it? It's not RTV, but it's that strong kind of bond. Try to use that in the time being, because we pulled this off and then tried to go to AutoZone, every auto parts store, to see if they had some type of clutch line and make it work, but no dice there. So we tried to use this, and sure enough, did not work. We let it cure for almost about 45 minutes, and we were bleeding the system, and I felt a little bit of pressure in the clutch. I was like, okay, we got something, and then it came out. So unfortunately, this is how I got the car. It was pointed down like this, so like it would hang down, and then obviously go up to the master there. But yeah, so I went off it kind of like in this little corner right here in there, so that's where it kind of just split off and started spewing. So yep, that kind of ruined our weekend there, but but it is what it is. I ended up buying Chase Bay's clutch line. I bought 2 of them, just gonna save sign. Ignore the mess, I'm just unpacking. Yeah, but this is for the CD transmission and 240. So I bought 2 of these, so I already got one installed. So we're back in business. That's kind of what I did with my dad yesterday. So got that taken care of. So we're back to business, but I kind of want to go through the car. We had that dipstick issue there, so we kind of made that work with zip ties. So I have a flexible dipstick for the front-facing manifold on the JZ, so it'll kind of like sit like in between the runners there. Get that squared away. Kind of gonna go through this car a little bit more. More sensors. Thank God, we only lost maybe about half a quart to maybe a quart, if that, of oil. So thank God, we're still good there. But I want to put some more sensors on the car. I have room for them, so I want to put another oil pressure sensor that actually goes to the ECU. I know I only have one just for the gauge that I can see, but I want to monitor this thing a little bit better and run that one to the ECU. I know it's stupid. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but yeah. And then oil temp, I could still run it from the sandwich plate at the bottom. So there's multiple ones in there. And then I want to run a fuel pressure sensor, so I'll probably just run it back there. There's like an adapter you can just plug right into it, and then run the feed down, and then there's a little 1/8 MPT. Put the sensor in, that's where this little guy goes. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to get going on that. I'm thinking about going with a new rack and pinion. I felt like the car was kind of like, not binding, but like I was fighting the car on certain, angle. So I might go with the K-Fab, and then a new power steering pump. Kind of refresh the car a little bit more. I know we have a new thermostat in there, which is cool. Coolant temp stayed down for the most part, after I was hot lapping this thing, during practice, probably the most I did was like 4 back-to-back runs, and the temp got up to 215, 220. I don't think so, but I think 215, so we were good there. But yeah, kind of want to go through the car a little bit and get a little bit more reliable. So yeah, stay tuned.